Imagine a single drop of water falling onto a massive rock. Drip, drip, drip. If you watch it for an hour, nothing happens. If you watch it for a day, the rock remains unchanged. It seems like a futile effort, a waste of time. But come back in 10 years, or 100 years, and you will see a hole pierced straight through that granite. We live in a world that is obsessed with the crash. We love the stories of overnight billionaires, viral hits, and sudden transformations. We are addicted to speed, and because of this addiction, we have misunderstood the true definition of growth. We think growth is a leap. We think diligence is running a marathon at full sprint. And when we do see immediate results, when the rock doesn't break after a week of hammering, we label ourselves as failures. We retreat into the comfort of laziness. But what if I told you that laziness is not a character defect? What if laziness is actually a defense mechanism? And what if true diligence has nothing to do with how much you sweat, but everything to do with how you align your soul? To understand the secret of continuous growth, we must strip away the modern hustle culture and listen to the voices that have echoed for thousands of years. The four greatest teachers of humanity, Confucius, Buddha, Socrates, and Jesus, did not preach about productivity hacks. They preached about the spirit of daily devotion. Let's start in the East with Confucius. He offers us the foundational mindset for growth. Confucius famously said, "It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop." In our modern lives, we oscillate between two extremes: intense overwork and complete exhaustion. We work for 3 days straight, then burn out and do nothing for 4. This is not diligence, this is chaos. Confucius teaches the concept of zushen cultivation. Imagine a sculptor. He doesn't smash the marble with a sledgehammer to finish the statue in 5 minutes. He chips away, gently, precisely, every single day. The daily devotion Confucius speaks of is the respect for the process. It is the understanding that the routine is not a cage, but a ladder. When you wake up and make your bed, when you read just 5 pages, when you write 1 paragraph, you are not just doing a task. You are building the architecture of your character. But why is it so hard to maintain this? Why do we slide back into laziness? For this we turn to Socrates. Socrates would argue that laziness is often a symptom of ignorance, not stupidity, but a lack of clarity. He challenges us. Do you know why you are doing this? When we lack a clear why, the brain defaults to energy conservation. That is what we call laziness. If you are trying to lose weight just because you hate your reflection, you will quit. But if you are training your body because you respect the vessel of your soul, you will persist. Socrates said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." To overcome sloth, you must examine your purpose. When the purpose is clear, the effort becomes effortless. You don't need willpower to watch your favorite movie. In the same way, when your life's goal is aligned with your true self, diligence becomes a natural flow, not a forced march. Yet, even with purpose, the mind wanders. We get distracted. This is where the Buddha enters. He teaches us about right effort or virya. There is a beautiful story about a sitar player who asked the Buddha how to meditate. The Buddha asked him, "What happens if the strings on your instrument are too tight?" The musician said, "They will break, and if they are too loose, they will make no sound." Growth is the middle path. Many of us fail because we tighten our strings too much. We set impossible goals. I will read 50 books this month, and when we fail, we snap. We give up entirely. That is the string breaking. True diligence, according to the Buddha, is the tuned string. It is a consistent, rhythmic tension. It is showing up today, not to conquer the world, but to be 1% better than you were yesterday. It is being mindful of the present moment. Laziness is often just the mind living in the future, overwhelmed by how far there is to go. Buddha pulls us back to the now. Just take this one step. Just play this one note. Finally, we look to the teachings of Jesus. He elevates diligence from a habit to a sacred duty. Consider the parable of the talents. A master gives his servants different amounts of gold. 2 of them invest it and grow it. 1 hides it in the ground out of fear and laziness. The lesson here is profound. Your potential is not your own. It is a gift entrusted to you. To leave your talent buried to succumb to laziness is a tragedy not just for you, but for the world that needed your contribution. Jesus teaches faithfulness. Being faithful in the small things, we often wait for the big break to start working hard. But the teaching is the opposite. You must be diligent in the small, unseen, boring moments first. That is where the spiritual muscle is built. Growth is an act of stewardship. It is saying, "I value the life I have been given enough to polish it every day." So, how do we synthesize this ancient wisdom into a modern strategy for our Monday morning? First, adopt the Confucian pace. Stop sprinting. Aim for continuity. A 15-minute workout done every day for a year is infinitely better than a 3-hour workout done once a month. Embrace the boring consistency. Second, apply the Socratic inquiry. If you feel lazy, don't beat yourself up. Ask, where have I lost my meaning? Reconnect with your why. Third, tune your string like the Buddha. Monitor your energy. Are you pushing to burn out, or are you too loose? Adjust daily. Find your flow state. And fourth, carry the responsibility Jesus spoke of. Treat your potential as a sacred trust. your growth serves others. There is a modern concept called the compound effect. It is the mathematical proof of these spiritual truths. If you improve by just 1% every day, mathematically, you end up 37 times better by the end of the year. But if you degrade by 1% every day, you go down to nearly zero. The choice between diligence and laziness is not a choice made once on New Year's Day. It is a choice made right now, and now, and now. It is the choice to put down the phone, the choice to write that first sentence, the choice to listen. The rock does not break because of the last drop of water. It breaks because of the millions of drops that came before it. You are that water. Your daily effort is the drop. It may look like nothing is happening today. It may look like nothing is happening tomorrow. But deep down, in the structure of your reality, you are making a breakthrough. Do not fear the slowness, fear only the standing still. Keep dripping, keep flowing, keep growing, because the hole in the rock is inevitable for the one who refuses to stop.